3 months ago, I took my car to my first ever drift event and I decided to hit a wall. Now, while that did leave me with a very cool piece of wall decoration, it also left me with a broken car. So right now, I'm basically just gonna be going over the state of the car at this moment and kind of everything that's been done to it since the wreck. So the major damage from the wreck when I hit the wall was basically the hood, the driver fender, the headlight, the radiator, core support, and fan, the bumper bash bar, the actual bumper cover, and the 2 lower control arms on the driver's side. Now you probably can't tell, but these 2 lower control arms, they were bent, but now they have been replaced and they are both brand new. One of them was replaced at the track just to get me back on the road for day 2 if you saw my last video, but the other one has been replaced since then, so now they're both brand new and good to go. The radiator and fan were also replaced at the track. The fan is still just zip tied up here because it's an aftermarket fan and I don't have a shroud for it, but it's just gonna have to work for now. So as you can see, also the fender has obviously been replaced with a new one that I got from a parts car that SVR Pro had. I also got the headlights from them as well as the core support. This core support was not perfect. It did have this kind of decently sized hole down here, but I fixed it up as good as I could, but the rest of it is intact, which is much better than the one that I had, which was in about 15 different pieces and fell apart when we took it off. Oh, and I also got this headlight bracket from SVR Pro as well because mine was completely demolished. Unfortunately though, with this headlight, every piece of mounting somehow broke off, so it's really just zip tied in like 3 or 4 different spots, so it's not in its perfect positioning, but it's just gonna have to do. The hood was a lot more caved in right here from the initial impact, but I did hammer it back out a lot. It's still not perfect. I gotta do some more hammering on it, but it is much better than it was. The biggest problem with my hood is that I have this major hood gap that I have not been able to get rid of, but I still have to tackle that. It fits pretty good on this side, but I do have this gap up here on the front, and then on this side it just is completely off. It's a little bit over the fender and it's way too high, obviously, so I still got to work on that and get that figured out. Then we got the bumper bash bar, and as you should be able to tell, this is the original one that I already had that I wrecked in. It's not mounted up exactly the way it was originally. I don't know if you can see in there, but it is bolted back up on this side. I don't have this side bolted up yet because 1, it doesn't line up, and 2, it blasted a big hole in there when it ripped the old bolt out during the wreck, so I have to cut a new hole and bolt it back in. I also have all of this wiring up here that I am not even sure what it all goes to, but I got to get all of that situated before we are good to go. Another thing with these headlights are when I first put them in, the driver's side one came on perfectly fine, but this one kind of flashed and then it went off and the bulb has not worked. I think the plug might have just came loose on it, but I haven't gone to check it to make sure. Hopefully that's all it is. Yo, look at this. This paint on this hood just literally just peels off. I know I got distracted and off topic, but this is ridiculous. I gotta peel all this off before I put the wrap on. Just realized I didn't even talk about the bumper. Obviously, I hit a wall. The bumper is completely destroyed. If you haven't seen my last video, it's a goner. It's in the dumpster now somewhere. But fortunately, I do already have another bumper inside waiting to go on, and that should be going on in the next few days, hopefully. So look out for that video. It's not a stock bumper. I went ahead and got a nicer one. Well, I think it's nicer anyway. I don't really care what you think. But like I said, hopefully that'll be going on in a few days. And then tomorrow I have a spoiler that's supposed to be delivering. Hopefully it does come in tomorrow, and that will be completely changing up the look of the rear end of the Z, and it's gonna be super sick. I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait. I also have a set of coilovers that I ordered a few weeks ago, but they were back ordered and they should be shipping out in a week or so. So hopefully I'll have those before too long. And then besides that, I'm going to be running the silver set of wheels that I already have. I'm going to be running these wheels, but as you can see, they're super dirty and they need to be cleaned up. So I'm going to be completely cleaning them up, hopefully getting its shine back, because this is just, that's pitiful. That it doesn't look good at all. But I am going to be getting a new set of tires because these are, can't see it, but these are completely worn from the event. So new tires all the way around, and then I'm going to be running my silver set of wheels. I know on the other side, I think I still have the black ones. I got the black one up front, so I'm gonna be running full chrome set. Hopefully they'll look a lot better when they're cleaned up and shiny again though. Oh, that's another thing. When we towed the car home, we strapped down the hood because it wasn't on and put this big dent in the car. So I gotta get that out somehow. Hopefully that comes out pretty easily. And another thing, there's just so much stuff wrong with this car that I gotta fix. It's kind of annoying, but it's coming together slowly. So when you shut the door, it hits. It got misaligned somehow in the wreck. So I think I'm gonna have to take the door off and re-bolt it on and try to get it lined up, I guess. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of. It still shuts, but that's super annoying and I don't wanna deal with that. I also need to line this, but that's been like that. A lot of stuff messed up, a lot of little things that need to be worked on. Side skirt obviously needs to go back on. And then another thing I didn't mention, if you already didn't know, I already have a wrap inside ready to go on that I've actually had for like 6 months. Luckily, I didn't put it on before the event because now I have a wrap to cover all the flaws of the Z. After everything's good to go, it'll be beautiful. But that pretty much wraps it up for the update on the car. I think I've covered just about everything. Just wanted to give you guys an update for those of you who care about the car. Oh, I didn't talk about, after I get the coilovers, my voice cracked, my child voice. After I get the coilovers, I gotta go get an alignment because I am very towed in on both sides right now. So I'm just waiting to get the coilovers since I'll be having a new ride height anyway. I can technically drive the car right now, but I don't because, well, I mean, several reasons, but mainly because the tow is just really bad. So yeah, alignment, and then I'm also going to be getting tint done. But as I was saying, that's pretty much the update on the car. Hoping in the next 3 or 4 months, all of the things that I talked about will be finished up and the car will be looking much nicer. I don't know, hopefully it's less time than that. I really want to get driving the car again and I want to see it in its complete form, but things take time. So if y'all want to keep up with the build, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the videos. Turn on your notifications if you want to get notified so you can be one of the first ones to watch all the new updates on the car. New bumpers going on. That should be the next video that y'all see. I got it inside, ready to put it on just a couple days like I was saying. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the update on the Z. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.